It was very classic Miuccia. It was almost like it was a greatest hits from Miuccia, I felt. I loved the film noir feel, which I got from the projected backdrops of the swirling fan and the cats and whatever. It was really cool. And I loved that she added that kind of asymmetric twist. There was something very kind of 50s about it. I loved the jet beading. Again, a lot of classic Miuccia, and I thought there was a little bit of a Miu Miu influence in there as well. So I really, really liked it. And I think it'll do well both editorially and commercially.
First, I thought it was a really, really strong Prada collection. To me, at first, it conjured images of the 1940s, even some new look proportions with a very wide, full skirts. There was also a dishabille thing happening where the tops were sort of spilling off shoulders. Fur was very important this season. She did interesting things, sort of pooling fabric around the arms, which also felt a little bit 1940s to me. Seems to be an era that's, people are really getting into for fall, and it can be tricky because it can often look retro, but I think that's really Miuccia Prada's gift, is that she can look back but not make her clothes feel old and tired.
Lots and lots of gingham. All I can say is trend alert. Look forward to a lot of gingham in spring, because we know whatever walks on a Prada runway has a lot of influence going forward. Gingham handbags, gingham shoes, big circle skirts in gingham, and even gingham coats. An unusual fabric choice for the fall season, because we don't think of gingham as being a fall fabric, but of course when Miuccia puts it together with beautiful tweeds, interesting shoes, and the shoes, metallic, peep toe, often on a single sole, or reintroducing the idea of a platform and doing it on a lug sole, which really brought a lot of newness to that idea of a shoe on a platform.
There was most definitely an undoneness. There was a slouchiness to it, and the way that it was styled, it was slightly disheveled, and that's why I felt film noir. There was a little bit of LA bad girl B-movie about it.
Well, I think that when you come to Milan, there can be a lot of overt sexiness, and it can sometimes be too in your face. So yes, I think you can tell that she's a woman designer, and she's designing clothes for herself, and she doesn't want to look, too exposed or too young. She's designing for women her own age and for women who are in their 20s, and it's sexy but tasteful somehow. And I know that sounds like a word you aren't really looking for, because tasteful can be boring, but it definitely wasn't boring. People were walking out feeling really psyched about the shoes. The shoes are these, really high platform sandals, and, just great. Like, the kind of things that people want. The last time I feel like you had that sort of electricity about the shoes was this, two springs ago with the flames coming out of them. And these were cool and also be easy to walk in because they have such a nice big platform.
Prada was spectacular. I have to say, I love when Miuccia goes to that retro vintage place in her mind, but keeps it thoroughly modern. Amazing skirts are either cut close to the body with a flourish of a flounce on the side, many times beaded with jet beading and beautiful detailing, or a huge 50s circle skirt. But instead of doing it in a very traditional way, she topped it with a gorgeous jacket that often had knit binding and that gave it a little bit of that tomboy attitude that we're seeing throughout the season, and also made it very, very relevant for the times. I love the idea of a jacket that has structure, but then resolving it in a great knit binding or even a knit cuff. And gorgeous dresses that you really couldn't tell if the bodice was a cardigan or if it was actually a one-piece dress, and it actually was just all one piece, but looking like it had a cardigan over the top of it, embellished with beautiful jet beads.
And of course, Mrs. Prada created a whole new kind of nuance of modern, urbane sophistication with a great deal of powerful messages to women about taking their own power and reinventing it through their clothes.
It was a spectacular show, one amazing look after the other, and the dome handbag, often in crocodile or in bright red, played against great menswear tweeds. I'm loving everything I saw at Prada this season.